So I'm going to carry on now and just do a bit more. I've got this kind of desert image here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of flatten all that together, and I'm just going to make a rough selection actually. Tidy this up later. And I'm just going to drag this into, yeah. So I'll start building up kind of a sort of Mad Maxy desert style environment. Let's do things like softer brush. And let's just go around and tidy up the edges. And another thing we're going to show you is just how to correct perspective. If say you've got like a suitcase like that is kind of seen from above, you can just see the top of it, but where you want to place it, your eye level will be below it, so you wouldn't be able to see the top of it. So what we can do is kind of split up this kind of suitcase section, and then each side we can then transform to kind of correct perspective on it, so we'd get something a bit like that. Let's have a go at that. So I've got my Land Rover. See how it would look, pretty all right there on the bonnet, but up high it looks a bit odd because you can see the top. So first we're going to go and remove the see, it's got some kind of dirt and stuff on there, so let's just take the tolerance down. And let's clean this up as well. So what I'm going to do is, again, using the lasso tool and holding down Alt so I can make straight edge selections. I'm just going to grab that, just include that with a shift. I'm just going to include that a little bit, and then I'm just going to go and bend this kind of into this more sort of correct perspective. I don't know why they'd want a suitcase on the top of their car, but like so. And similarly with this, that actually doesn't look far off because the roof kind of tends to slope up, doesn't it? But let's show you what I was going to originally intend to do. And Control T, the transform tool, so we can just kind of stretch into sort of more correct perspective. Yeah, that's better. Something like that. And then the top bit, well, we don't really need that anymore. Get in and bend that. Right, another thing we do is, because it kind of looks very much like photos plonked together, what I try and do at an early stage like this is try and unify the lighting. First thing I'm going to do is just kind of merge our suitcase and our Land Rover together. It's best to have this as one layer. And then I'm just going to make a copy of the background. So I've gone Control A to select everything, Control C to copy, and then Control V to make a new layer. You see the new layer there. And what I'm going to do is going to set that to things that work best. kind of overlay of soft light, just to kind of influence the lighting on the Land Rover there like that, and kind of bring it into more into keeping with the rest of the environment. It's kind of picking up that ambient light. Cars are very reflective normally, so it's kind of good to get that reflectivity tinted with the environment light. What I'm going to do just to get rid of the excess around the Land Rover is just apply a clipping mask to this layer. So I've got that duplicated layer. I'm going to create a clipping mask, and essentially that'll just use the alpha channel. I'll just hide the background for a minute. It'll clip to the alpha channel of the, the vehicle there like that. So I've got that. I might want to take the opacity down of that layer. I think it's pretty good. It just kind of unifies it all as an image. Once I've got that, yeah, I'm going to leave the background as is. I'm going to merge that the new sort of tint layer, as I call it, and the vehicle. So we've got those two together like that. Right, so I can imagine this thing is going to need a lot of wear and tear if it's kind of involved in combat in a kind of deserty, post-apocalyptic environment. So what I'm going to do is just get kind of started by applying some sort of mud and things like that. I'm going to copy that image. I'm going to paste it in. And what I'm going to do is again, I'm going to give it that clipping mask. So see that little arrow, it's kind of deriving its alpha information from the thing below it, our vehicle. And if I give it a multiply blend type, then you can already see it's kind of looking, pretty sort of muddy and things like that. So what I might do on this one is just give it a I'm going to give it a layer mask to I think you can do it one way or the other. I think we'll go hide all, so it should all vanish. And if I paint with white on this layer here, then where we paint should kind of reveal the mud and stuff from that layer there. Got that mud. Sorry, I've clicked off it, so yeah, I need to click back on that like that. And this is all. You see, it won't go over the edge because it's kind of preserving that clipping mask. If I ever want to get stuff back again, I'll simply go in here and paint with black on it, and that'll bring us our stuff back. So it's kind of a non-destructive way of doing things, which is quite cool. Would they still have number plates? I don't think so. A little bit for the driver to. And that's cool. I might go and just find a few more and layer them up and build it up as some sort of texture. And we'll stick some kind of decals down the side of the vehicle. So you can see like that. So I'll place it under the mud layer. And again, I would might be able to do this just by changing the blend type. So like multiply might work, so it's basically eliminating all the white, which essentially the background is. Something like that. And turn the mud back on, it's still there. And similarly, I'm going to do something with bullet holes. These kind of import down one side of the vehicle. Bullets. Again, let's kind of get those into perspective. Like that, blend them in. Just need to release the clipping mask on that. Stretch that into position. So we'll have the plate going across the whole of the front. Now we've got a little, has got a little window to look through. Again, I'm going to give, it's quite big actually. So that way would certainly give a drop shadow to. And similarly, we'll probably put some in the front as well. Now again, I'm just going to merge things together. See, that's lost its clipping mask there on that. And so on and so on like that until we've got a kind of a new design of the production model vehicle, kind of adapted for dueling.